What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. Woo. Um, so where do we begin? Where do we begin? Um, I wanted to continue a little bit on where we left off yesterday and just touch on uh, just a few things about um, us growing and healing and, reflection and harnessing love, because I'm noticing a lot of individuals and a lot of people are searching out love and harnessing love, and more. It's becoming a pretty big algorithm in the searches from what I've been noticing. And, with that being said, it was beautiful. By the way, I want to mention this and call it out. And I got a comment on, I did a short on the wheatgrass juicing, and somebody asked about it and said, it was really nice to see somebody actually using one of those manual juicers. I appreciate you all commenting. Please continue commenting on the shorts, on the videos. Please like and subscribe. Our subscriber count is growing, and I love it. And that means that you guys are resonating with what I have to say. And I'm listening when you guys comment to what you have to say and incorporating it into, if I feel called in that video to speak on it. But I want to go a little bit deeper in like self care. And that's kind of like where I was going with it in the beginning, with love and loving ourselves and giving ourselves the time to spend with ourselves, giving us the time to nourish our body with the with live healthy foods, and not so much processed foods. And I want to reiterate that our bodies need these nourishing foods. The Fruit Loops and Cheerios, and I'm not hating if you like that. Eat it if you want. This is my opinion, my experience, as I always talk about on here. Please don't take offense to anything I say. If you don't like it, you can turn off the video. You don't have to follow. You can unsubscribe. But we have to consume less sugar, and and more gravitate away from it, and away from carbs, and away from tons of breads and sugary foods. And it's very hard if you're eating processed. Pretty much everything has sugar in it. And so getting back to them putting a comment on one of the shorts I did about the wheatgrass juicing, it was I felt it in the heart, and I thank you, and I want to make it known and call you out, on here, as people will see the comment anyway. But I appreciate you. I appreciate anybody commenting and liking and subscribing if you haven't already, because it 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 strengthens the algorithm. It grows the algorithm, so it gets us in the algorithm basically, so that YouTube puts us out there and more people can see the videos and more people can reach the content that need it. And so let me speak a little bit on the health side of things and taking care of this temple and vessel that we have been so blessed to been given. That we need to put healthy foods, like I said, organic vegetables, organic foods, less processed. The more net healthy, vibrant, live stuff you can put in your body, the better, because your body is live, and the vegetables and plants are live. And so when we consume that, we're raising our vibration, we're raising our energy. Where when you're putting like the sugars in, you're just getting that fake, quick, um, what they call instant gratification, like real quick rush, and then you just drop. And the more and more you do that, the more and more you're putting strain on your adrenal glands, your you're causing adrenal fatigue, you're causing your liver and your kidneys to be blocked up, and your lymph nodes, and and then your body can't function properly, and it's trying its hardest to eliminate all those toxins, but it only can do it so much. If you keep piling on and piling on and piling on the toxins and the poisons on top of what we're already being poisoned with pesticides and the crap that they're putting in the foods and in the environment that we're breathing in, and then we take in these emotions from different people that cause even more toxins like anger and rage, and not that those are not good emotions. Everything is a good emotion, but hear me out when I say, um, if it's used in the proper way, if you're not using it in a way that you have anger stored in the body and then you're just outwardly raging, then it's kind of not purposeful. It's not used in the way that it's intended to be used, and you're using it on other people, your trauma, your pain, your emotions that are stored in the body that you didn't want to look at. You then build up and you explode. So that's another form of putting toxins in the body, aside from not putting vibrant, healthy, alive foods, that our bodies are meant to have. They're not meant to have like frosted flakes, which has massive amounts of sugar, and or like Magnum ice creams with like, I mean, it's almost like cocaine to me with the amount of sugar that's in one of those things, those bars of ice cream. It's like, we have to start realizing that, these things that taste so amazing. But granted, let me just say this, like, pumpkin seeds, organic coconut water, can be still amazing. It doesn't have to have immense amounts of sugar. I can tell you this right now that, for me, I was gradually moving towards getting off sugar, and it was like it was like this, and then it started to get smaller and smaller and smaller, the roller coaster ride, and then I hit a rock bottom, and then I hit a rock bottom, and then I hit a rock bottom multiple times, and spread out, whether it be physical breakdowns, colds, all kinds of things, and to then keep on realizing, coming back to the same place, realizing that, okay, um, I've got to cut this out, but I didn't want to fully cut it out yet. I wanted to, I was like, well, you know what? I've got to wean off of it. I've got to slowly, gradually wean off. That doesn't work, man. I've tried that with every single thing. I've tried that with alcohol. I've tried that with smoking. I've tried that with sugar. I've tried that with carbs. You have to just cold turkey it. You have to just cut it the hell out. It doesn't work, man. You're just, maybe that's your journey. Maybe that's what you have to do, because I had to do it too. That's how I went through it. But I'm just telling you from my experience and trying to do that for years upon years, it didn't work. In the end, I had to just stop it completely. I had to just cut it out altogether. I couldn't just cut it out little by little. It just did not work. Some people, maybe they can, and then eventually they do. But I think you fall a lot, and then you get back up, and you fall, and you get back up, and you fall, and you get back up, because you you weren't ready to fully let go of that addiction. Because let's be real, that's what it really was. Sugar is very addictive. Um, Let me be honest. Chips are very addictive. You can demolish a whole entire bag in one sitting. It's very easy to do that. But I feel like us in 2023 and going further into February, because today's February 1st, I feel like, we're starting to leave those addictions and those foods and those alcoholic beverages and different things. We're starting to walk away from them completely, because we're changing and we're growing. And, as we're doing that, we're starting to realize we don't want that anymore in our body. We're starting to notice the change, that we don't need it, that it doesn't serve us. And then, like, I've noticed it's been well over a year now. It could be closer to 2 years with no sugar. I'm not 100% sure. I did write it down in a calendar, but I don't. I'd have to go through the whole entire year to find out exactly when it was. But it's got to be well over a year. And I don't crave it. If I even have a raw bar from this company that I get these raw bars, I just started incorporating those into my diet, but I don't really get them. I don't really have it that frequently. Comparing that to like a candy bar or a piece of chocolate, when I used to eat that stuff perpetually and constantly, it's completely different. Like I don't even think about it. It's just like I have this feeling, but it's not like an addiction type feeling like you have with sugar. Like you're like that's all you can think about, or like with smoking, that's all is on your mind. Like you're so addicted to it, that nicotine and everything, that all you can think about is taking a drag of another cigarette or that another candy bar. And I don't get that anymore with food. I honestly don't get that anymore with food, with any kind of food. I just, it's a feeling like, oh, I feel like juicing some wheatgrass, or I feel like I'm going to go have a protein shake. But even then, I don't necessarily jump up and go get it. Like what I've been finding is, as I've said before on some previous videos, I I'll have my dinner the night before, and then I start a fast, and then or not even the fast, forgetting the fast. I eat my dinner the night before. I wake up, I don't even feel hungry, and then I sometimes go till like 12 o'clock, 12:30 before I have the shake, you know, and then I don't even have really much till dinner time, which then usually is like a raw salad with hummus, and then maybe I'll throw in here and there. I'll have like some soup, like bean soup, three bean soup, or something like that. But I'm finding I'm not eating as much, and yet I'm consistently okay with my weight, and I find that I'm not really craving these types of foods that I used to crave. But I can say this: when I fast, I get a little bit of craving. The What surpasses the craving is the hunger, the feeling of the hunger, and then the weakness in the body, like feeling weak. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I think about a couple different foods that I may have eaten many years ago. They pop up in my head. I'm like, oh man, it'd be nice to have that, like a peanut butter sandwich, which I don't eat peanut butter anymore. I haven't had that in years. Uh, I have almond butter, but I don't have peanut butter. But the thought of like how it tasted, a peanut butter sandwich, many years ago, yeah, it tastes good. Is it healthy for you? Well, I will beg to differ on that. For certain reasons, for certain reasons, but that's for another discussion. But I can say that a lot of that falls off. A lot of it you don't crave anymore like you used to. I mean, hell, I even walking in the grocery store, I don't even really go down the aisles with the candy, and it's like you don't even really see it. I mean, you walk past it like, the bakery aisles near the hot bar in the deli area where they pre-make certain foods, type of thing, and you walk past it, you smell it. But in the past, I would have walked past it and grabbed those vegan chocolate chip cookies and thrown them in my basket. And I wouldn't have been able to wait till I got home. I would already be busting open the package and eating it before I even got home. So there's a level of difference that you experience when you're not living to eat, but you're eating to live. I don't remember who did that quote, so I'm gonna say unknown quote, but I heard that many times. My dad actually reiterated that to me many times. We don't Eat to live. We live to eat. And I love that. I love that saying. It rings true now compared to before, because before I lived to eat. It was like food was everything. Um, I couldn't wait to travel the world and try every type of food from all these different gourmet chefs. And it was like just the thought of putting that savory, just scrumptious food in your mouth and tasting it as it's going down is just, hey, you know, there's a lot of really good stuff out there that's complete garbage and not healthy for us whatsoever. Like different types of sodas with tons of sugar, but they taste good as hell. And look, man, I used to drink it. I used to be one of those people that from the time I woke up till the time I went to bed would drink fruit punch, iced tea, those ones in the plastic containers that you get at the grocery store with tons of sugar, and it would be sweet as hell. And I'd be drinking that as soon as I woke up all day, just going, running to the fridge, drinking out of the bottle. Look at that, 444 guys, as we're dropping this video. Amazing. Um, yeah, man, I had to call that out. 444, baby. Angel numbers. Go look it up on Google it. It's up right now on my clock as we speak. So look up 444 and what it means for you, because it's still saying 444 as I say that. So yeah, man, do that. Look it up. Check it out. Check it out. What it means is love. What it means spiritually. Just Google it. What does 444 mean for me? It'll give you a sort of a description, and you can decide if it resonates with you or it doesn't. So, getting back to what I was saying, it's very important for us to listen to our body and pay attention to what it needs and what it wants. Not so much as, oh well, I want this brownie because I'm craving it right now, or I'm craving this large pizza that I'm going to have delivered to my door with some brownies and Lord knows what else, ice cream. And we tend to do that with emotions too, and emotionally eat. So yeah, I urge you to, pay attention to what you're consuming, and I've talked about this on numerous videos. Pay attention to what you're consuming mentally through your mouth, who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're not surrounding yourself with. Sit and reflect on that, and reflect on the foods that you're eating every day. If you have to write it down to remember, do that. Create a journal so you can pay attention to what you eat on a daily basis and weekly and monthly. And you will really start to understand why you have these massive highs and massive lows. I don't get that anymore. I used to. I used to eat, and then you eat lunch, and then you like are dragging, and then you're like falling asleep if you're at a job because you come back from lunch and you ate this massive lunch with complete junk, and then you get this quick high, and then boom, you're like on the desk with your head down, falling asleep. You know, so and if you haven't had wheatgrass, try it. It's a little hard to drink, but I've gotten used to it. And I know what it does and the benefits, and it's amazing, and it does so much for you. And we could talk about this at a later video, just like green juicing. All of that is spectacular and will do amazing wonders for the body because it's all live, and it's not processed, and it's made on demand. And you drink it right then and there after you juice it. And it's so powerful because it goes right in the bloodstream and brings oxygen and everything, just like breath work, but that's another form, which I've spoken about on previous videos. So I guess, we'll cap it there. And, until the next time, I feel like this is going to be an ongoing topic because we are changing as a collective, as humanity evolves, as humanity goes up in consciousness. We're changing what we eat, how we eat, who we eat with, what we put in our body. A lot of people are moving towards spirituality and are moving towards eating healthier and putting good fuel in their temple, and they want to take care of it because they're seeing if you don't, there's consequences with dis-ease in the body, and watching people all around you have illness and sickness, and there's ways to mitigate that and navigate away from it. If we take care of ourselves and put good food in our body and listen to good things, and for the mind, because the mind is connected to the body. As much as a lot of physicians don't want to admit to that and believe that, and they weren't taught that, it is connected. We are all connected. We're connected to the collective. We're connected to the mind, to the body. It's all one. We are all one. We're all one with the rock, with the tree, with the plant, with the grass, with the animals. We're all connected. We're all one. We all think about one another, and then that person feels you thinking about them. This is all true. And, I'd love to hear your comments on all of this and what you feel and how you feel about it. And please, if you haven't already, please subscribe. You help the algorithm. I will reiterate this multiple times throughout the videos because I need to give people reminders to please help this channel grow, even if you share it with one person. And that one person shares it, and that one person shares it. We are going to grow Wisdom Warriors, and we are all going to have this beautiful community to connect with each other, and share our stories and share what we did and how we're doing, and make conscious friendships, romantic partnerships. I mean, you don't know who you can meet in these communities, or in the comments. You don't know who you can meet, a best friend, a soulmate. The sky's the limit. There's endless possibilities for you to meet. You don't know who you meet by just dropping a comment. And then somebody comments back and, hey, here's my email address. Hit me up. Here's my phone number. Oh, now you're best friends or you're business partners, or you're going to help that person with a health challenge, or they're going to help you, or you're going to swap your skills, or you're going to be able to help that person grieve, or you're going to be able to, share your channel or your information, and we can all come together as one in this community as we grow it together, because you're a part of it too. And if you drop things in the comments, you're a part of it too. You're a part of this growth, this massive growth and evolution and this shift. And I love that. And I hope that, we can all help one another in that way from the heart, and just love one another from the heart and just share what we have to share and just be amazing human beings to one another, and realize that we all are going through similar things. Some people just don't want to speak about it. Some people just don't want to admit to it, but we're all going through similar shit, and if you could be there for somebody else, or they could be there for you, it always cycles back. It always cycles back. And, these videos are going to live on and help so many, you know, uh, and it's beautiful to think about. It's beautiful to think about how many people are going to benefit from, uh, you know, you commenting a year from now, and they see your comment and it saved them from, you had maybe had a loss in your family, and then you posted a comment, and then a year later somebody spots it and they're going through the same thing you went through a year ago, and now they feel so much more at peace with the situation because of reading your comment that they needed to see. You see how these things work? So, like I said, please engage. Please comment. We had a beautiful comment yesterday on one of the shorts, and I was above the stars, above the moon. It was amazing. I thank you so much for sharing, and it means a lot. It truly means a lot. This whole community means a lot. We're going up in subscribers. It's beautiful, and it's just going to keep growing, man. As the year goes by, I'm going to keep doing videos as I feel called to, And I'm going to be continuing to bring content as I feel called to. So I hope you enjoy everything in this video, and I hope you got something out of it. And if you didn't, that's okay too. It doesn't have to be. There's no judgment here. On Wisdom Warriors, we have no judgment. It's a no judgment channel. So, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do resonate with it, great. Comment, like it. Please like it. Please share. Please subscribe. Somebody out there needs to hear this message that's going through stuff, and trying to get off sugar, or trying to get off smoking, or trying to get off alcohol, or whatever addiction they may have, and they need to hear this message, that it can be done and you will be able to do it. It just takes willpower, and it just takes strength, and we all have it. We all came down here with it. It's been skewed with the traumas and the pain and the suffering that we've gone through, and the lies and the manipulation and all that stuff. So, but we all have it. We all have that self-worth, that confidence, that strength within to do those things, to discipline ourselves to not have that. And if we do have it once in a while or one time, not to shame ourselves or judge ourselves for doing it. That's the one biggest thing you don't want to do. You don't want to, blame yourself. I've been going through that a little bit, and I'm deeply reflecting on it. And it's nice to hear myself say it on this video, because, it's something to look at. It's not an easy road. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's not. There's withdrawals. There's ups and downs. You're going to crave it. You're going to want it at times. You're going to not have it in your house. And I remember I went and I bought it. I bought stuff. And then a day or two later, I realized I'm like, I should be eating this crap. And I don't even want to say the word shouldn't. It's not good that I eat this crap. So you know what I did? I took it out. I threw it all in the garbage, and it was hard to do that. And it was hard to stop. And it was hard to be like, no, I can't. And you're at a party or you're at a family gathering and everybody's eating and you're not eating the same stuff. And you're just sitting there eating your own stuff, feeling alone and by yourself. And, and like, oh, I'm the only one not doing it. But you know what? In the end, you're the better one for it, because you had the strength, pulled the strength within you out to then stop that. And it's for the betterment of you, because all those things are giving you instant gratification. They're not helping you in the long run, in the long term. It's just instantaneous. Okay? And then you have the long-term suffering and pain from it, versus eating healthy or putting healthy content in your mind will affect you in the long term, versus, oh, I just, did that thing that just gave me a quick dopamine hit by scrolling all day, and where scrolling aimlessly on social media, and then that's going to affect you long term and short term, and because, keep in mind, like eating that whole bag of candy after you went trick-or-treating, is going to affect you short term and long term. You're going to feel like crap the next day and probably hours after. And then it's going to affect you in the long term, because it's breaking down your immune system and other things in your body and depleting vitamins and everything else. And so it's going to affect you in the long term too, even worse, So those things we do, but you don't want to shame yourself or judge yourself for doing it if you do. It's okay. Just tell yourself it's okay, man. I'll start new the next day. I'll start new in an hour, in 5 hours. It's okay. It's okay. I fell off and I decided I gave into it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And that's what we have to realize. There's nothing wrong with us. We're just living this human experience, doing the best we can, and trying to experience every single day the best we can, and the best way we know how. So I love you all so much. I hope you got something out of this message. Once again, please subscribe, share, comment, and like this video. We got you all. We're building this amazing community that we all are going to benefit from. as a whole, as a collective. So I love you all so much. Thank you. And whoever is from day one, I love you all, man, for being subscribers. I love the new subscribers. Thank you for the new subscribers because we got quite a few, or a few, let's just say. Um, and it's beautiful, man. It warms my heart, and I'm so grateful and thankful for this channel and for you guys and all that you bring. And please comment. I love to read your comments and reply to them and engage and communicate with all of you and see what you're going through. And, and just all of us can be there for one another. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors. We got this. Wisdom Warriors out.